Hi, my little honeybees, whether newbie or oldie. Welcome to the Honeybee Happy channel. Hello, my little honeybees. Welcome to Feeling It Fridays. This is episode number 3, and we are here with my bestie, Whims. Again,
Hi.
again, getting questions from people and helping them by advising them on their question. Are you ready to hear the questions, Whimsy?
I am ready.
All right. I hope everybody can hear us. I know our mics go out every once in a while, so be patient. Question number
It's
what?
I said it's fun. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Oops, I'm adjusting my mic a little bit. Okay. Question number 1. What would you define as cheating by it's possible? What would you define as cheating?
As cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I would suppose this has to do with being in a relationship and the partner is, or you suspect the partner from cheating, or that you think the other person is cheating, or you caught the person cheating, and the other person is saying, "Well, what do you think cheating is?" That's one thing I could think of. That would be. Um, I think it would depend on what the two of you have already set out, ahead of time in the beginning of your relationship, what you expect from each other. So, it's really up to the person what he or she thinks cheating can be. I guess it depends on the couple. I mean, there is the extreme, of course, sleeping with somebody else, but there might be minor things. Would kissing on the cheek, would that be considered cheating? Some people might think that as being. Some may say, kissing on the lips, if it's not a family member or a really, really,
Yeah.
really.
Well, you're correct in a lot of ways. I would say what I define, me myself, define as cheating would be if the person, the male or female that I'm with, is paying way too much attention to a particular person, always spending time with them and not you,
Yep.
um, acting sexual with each other, and that goes beyond just light flirting. Because you can flirt and not be cheating. Um,
Right.
the biggest thing, obviously, that I would consider cheating is if he or she had slept with somebody else,
Big time.
or is
Yeah.
hiding it from you. Is hiding it from you is
That's
another big, red flag. Um,
right.
it is totally up to you and what you feel comfortable with as not cheating or cheating. And you need to discuss that with your partner. A lot of the questions I get, I will be telling you, you need to discuss it with your partner or the person you're interested in or is interested in you. You both need to communicate and make connections that way. Otherwise, there will be a lot of jealousies and upsets and a lot of breakups over not being able to discuss with
Oh,
each other.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah,
It's communication. Communication is always key in a relationship.
yes,
You have to both be on the same page. So you have to both know what is expected of you and what is expected of other.
yeah, of the other person. You cut out.
Right.
I think
But
that I think that you really need to discuss with your partner or the person you're interested in what you consider cheating, so that that's a heads up for the person to know ahead of time. Okay, she, he, you, whatever, did not like that. That I'm as flirty as I am. You don't like me giving hugs to, like long, what you would consider a romantic hug. Not like a friend pat on the back or comforting hug, but something that is lasting a little longer than the norm. Um,
right.
but also listen to your partner and what he or she has to say about it too, and be open minded. Some people are touchy feely and like to hug and do things, that maybe you would, kiss on the cheek or even a kiss on the lips real quick. You know, you just gotta know what you're comfortable with, your comfort level in that. Um, I think that's all I can say. What do you think, Whims?
I think that about covers it.
Okay, are we ready for question number two?
Ready.
Okay, question number two. How do I manage my own baggage in such a way as to not negatively impact my relationship? By the baggage cart.
That is a really good question. Okay. I hope that my mic doesn't cut out. But the way that a person dealing with their baggage, they may have a lot of baggage. It could be exes, ex-husband, ex-wife, children,
Mm-hmm.
um, the battle, a parent that is ill or elderly, or a family member that this could be a lot of baggage,
Mm-hmm.
um, things from your past.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing is, are you dealing with it? Are you taking okay? Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So the important thing, if you have baggage, is to be showing that you do have this. I've got this. This is not your problem. This is my problem. You're in this relationship, but this is my baggage
You cut out again.
responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with it. I've got this. So that the other person don't feel that it's their baggage. You see what I'm saying?
Or that you're not putting your baggage on that person. It's not their responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless
Exactly. It
unless
is
you're married, unless you're married, then your partner takes on part of your baggage. Whether they want to or not, it's going to happen. And I'm going to let you know that you will never meet somebody in this world under the age of, oh, say 25, that doesn't have baggage of some sort.
exactly.
We
But
all we all
the truth,
carry it. Go on.
as long as the person is handling it,
Mhm.
they've got it covered. Don't worry, I've got this covered. I'm an adult. I'm taking care of it. I'm not dropping it in your lap and saying, "Here, take care of this for me."
Go, Lord. Yeah. Which can be hard to do sometimes because you want people to, oh, excuse me, you want people to sympathize and empathize with you. So sometimes your baggage comes out in inappropriate ways at inappropriate times. So yeah, it's best that if you know you're having issues dealing with your own baggage, to seek help with a therapist that can kind of talk you through things. The way not to bring your baggage into a new relationship or into your relationship at all, well, that's kind of impossible, but you can tone it down by, journaling, meditating on your own stuff and not always going to your partner with it, because that can be a lot to take in. It can be overwhelming for some people, depending upon what your baggage is, what you consider baggage. Um, Anywhere from stresses at, to say, college or work. Um, you, you know, you're like I said, you need to discuss a lot of things with your partner. Let them know you have baggage or whatever, and that you're dealing with it. What do you think, Whimsy?
Yep, sounds good to me. I agree.
Okay, so I hope that answered that
Bachelor
question.
number 3.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh,
Question number 3.
oh, on to question number 3. Question number 3. How do you get over the fact that your ex is now loving someone else by sign?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Mm-hmm. It is. How do you get over it?
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
you
you
get.
get. Yeah.
I don't think anybody gets over that.
Yeah.
It's it. I think it depends because we don't really know the situation. So it depends. Or if you're having to see this person on a regular basis and they're with someone else, it could be more difficult. Even if you're still friends, it could be hard. I don't know. It's easier if you're not together. Like
I yeah,
they're
I would say that how you
hard.
would get over your ex now loving someone.
Is
um
it to get with someone else?
I would say it depended upon how the breakup went. If,
Yeah,
say, he or she broke up with you, you were the one not ready for that, and it
that's hard.
led you to another step in your life. Um, it's very hard to see your partner, or your ex partner, sorry, your ex partner with someone else. Um, Sometimes you just have to walk away from the vision of that. Um, Meditation helps with that. Meditating that you are doing things for yourself now, that maybe that wasn't the healthiest relationship for you, whether you felt it was or not. Um, Sometimes we just have to say goodbye. We just have to
Yeah,
say goodbye because they have already moved on, obviously.
yeah,
So if you're sitting around waiting for that to end and hopefully it'll come back to you, it probably will not.
no.
If you are still friends, it makes it more difficult. And that's when I say that's when you need to kind of step away from the situation and remind yourself at least you're still friends, you're happy for this person, which you probably are. You probably are happy. You're just feeling that that could have been you, that could have been your
Mhm.
relationship. Um, and the fear of what's happening next. You know, is he or she going to forget about you? Is your friendship going to drop? I mean, there's a lot to go into that. And again, discussion, talking to your ex partner if you're still friends, and saying, I'm feeling a little jealousy maybe. I'm not going to get into your relationship. I'm not going to cause problems. I'm just letting you know that this is how I'm feeling, and maybe that's why I may be stepping away when I see you with this person until I can deal with it emotionally better.
Exactly. And that takes time, of
Mhm.
course. And don't forget to focus on yourself.
Mhm.
And this may give them more time doing things that you like
Mhm. Mhm.
so that when this situation happens, you can step away and focus on something else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're perfectly right there. Um, because the more you sit around and kind of wallow on what could have been, the more you're missing out at what could be. And we're
Right
not
now.
saying
Yeah.
that, oh, because he has or she has a relationship, that you will get a relationship right away. Don't just jump into
No.
another relationship. Don't do so. Don't be don't be making somebody your rebound because that's
Exactly.
not right either. That's not right either. But
No.
to kind of get out there and see what's out there. Don't not date because you think maybe you and this other person might get back together. So get
Right.
out there and mingle, and
Have fun.
even if you're not feeling happy, or joyful, you know, pretend, for a while.
Yeah.
Just keep telling yourself, "Hey, I'm doing this for me." He or she already
That.
has their life, they've moved on, but I'm doing this for me. I've got to get out there and just talk to people. And you never know. You never know. If you leave yourself open minded, you might find yourself laughing by the end of the day and actually enjoying yourself. So my biggest thing is kind of push that to the side of what's going on with your ex and concentrate on you and get out there. What do you think, Whims?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, you're having to go through a healing process, a
Mhm.
mourning process,
Mhm.
I like to say.
Yep.
Because when one thing ends, it's like mourning. It's a loss.
Mhm.
So you need to give yourself the time to heal, to
Mhm.
mourn, and then move on.
Yep. Yep. And that's with almost any type of relationship that, ends. As long as,
Yeah.
the abusive kind, you're glad it's over, but, when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
really in love with somebody, it's very hard. It's very hard.
It is hard.
And you do go through the loss and
Yeah.
almost like a death, but not,
Yeah,
the other person
exactly.
isn't dead yet, so it's almost
No,
like a death of a
it's
relationship.
it's the relationship is over.
Mhm.
So you mourn that, take the time for yourself, and time does heal. But you won't get over it if you're constantly, oh, if only this, or if only I had said that, or if only I hadn't done this, or you're never going to move on and get over it.
Yeah.
So
And that's
that's,
hard to do too. I
yeah,
mean, it
it
really
is
is.
hard.
It's hard to
It
take
could
a
take years.
step back. It's hard to take a step back and actually see that sometimes your negative talk inside your head can really get to you, you know,
Oh, yeah.
or the expectations you have on yourself. If only I had said, if only I had did, you know, we got to realize
Yeah.
that we do have that talk, and to kind of, when you start hearing, if you pay attention more to yourself, you'll start hearing yourself, and then you
Hmm.
can try to step into that voice and go, hey, wait a minute now. I did my best. And
Yeah.
that's all anybody can do. Right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So are we ready for the
Yippee.
next question?
Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. Let's do it.
All right. Number 4. Is there is there a time frame you suggest a couple stay broken up for before considering getting back together again by waiting? So is there a time frame you and I suggest a couple stay broken up for before getting back together?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. There's no time frame.
No, it's there. It's But yeah, there's no time frame. It's whatever feels best for the two of you. It might be, let's step back, focus on ourselves, and start and maybe see how that goes. I don't know. Can't give a time frame for that because everybody's going to be different.
Yeah.
And every situation is going to be different.
Yeah. Exactly. There's no way that you can put a time frame like in a month we will get back together again. You could do that, but I'm going to guarantee that'll screw things up even more. I think that if you are thinking about breaking up, maybe setting a date of we will correspond or get back together or discuss it again at this time, but to say, okay, we're gonna split now and get back together in 30 days, okay, good luck.
Also,
you may be ready, but he or she may not, and vice versa.
Yeah. And why are you breaking up in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because of your age? Are you too young and you want to wait? Then that could be different. Or one person's moving away, and they're going to be gone for a while. It depends on the situation. Like, why did you break up in the first place? And then, but there's you can't put a time on love. So, did I yell now? You hear me now?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. There's no way you could put a time frame on that because one or both of you may or may not be ready to get back together again.
Don't be desperate.
if you are truly ready, you will know, I think.
It'll happen.
Depending upon the situation, definitely. If
you're
16 and your guy is 18, you're gonna only be wanna wait.
Yeah. I would wait a couple years. Then, okay, in that situation, you could put a time frame. Mm-hmm. If the girl is 16 and the guy is 18, he may want to wait a couple years just for his own safety.
Well, legal and
it
safety.
Depends. Legally.
I'm talking like teenagers, yes. They're going to want to date. Dating is good and that stuff. But to get into an actual solid relationship, I guess you could say a hard, whatever you call that. I can't think of the word right now, but a strong relationship. I'm not saying that don't happen, but I'm just saying in a situation that, say the 16-year-old wants the relationship, she wants it badly, and the 18-year-old, he wants to wait because he doesn't want to get legally into trouble. And, he has to tell her, we're going to have to wait. And I know that's hard for any teenager to do. But then there's those that, I'm going to college. It's hard for me to work on a relationship, which may be long distance,
Right.
But for a time frame, it's hard to say. In
It depends.
Yeah, it all depends upon the situation.
Right.
In the situation like the 16, 18-year-old, you can set a time date, or he can, if that's, whoever wants to do that. And then come back to the relationship question, I guess you could say, and discuss it together before you get back together. If it's like a, let me think. Uh, if you were talking about if you had been in a relationship for, say, 5 years and you break up because he's drinking, or he can't or she can't take
Commit
care of
or
the
something.
kids, or there's some kind of maybe mental health issue going on that somebody can't deal with,
Or
then
there's a commitment issue,
yeah.
like, well, we'll break up now, and then in say a year, you'll be more mature enough to get back together. Those are kind of, eh, it's a sticky situation as to why you broke up in the first place. Sometimes
Mhm.
breakups are for the best.
Mhm.
It just it really depends on the situation. We can only advise what we're being given. We don't know all the information, all the
Mhm.
details.
Mhm.
But if you have more explanation to this, if you want to get in more depth,
But yeah, I'm gonna say that there is way no time frame for that.
there is no
Um,
time frame. No.
that's totally up to the two people after discussion.
Yeah.
If they feel like, if they've already broke up, if they feel like they can get back together again, and sometimes you need to accept the answer no, you can't. Um,
Yeah.
it's hard to do. It's very hard to do, because you care for that other person, or that other person cares for you. If you're the person on the other end going, I don't want to be together, and this person keeps wanting to try, you need to be upfront and honest with that person and say, no, I'm sorry, it's over. Can't do it. Just can't. Not that you don't love the person or care about the person, but you just cannot. It's like with toxic relationships, you can sit in that relationship and be drained and sad and depressed and angry and all this stuff boiled up inside you. You can sit there and do that, sure, go right ahead, but it's going to blow up in your face. Um, if the other person is toxic toward you, you do not deserve that. You don't deserve, if they're abusive, you cannot change an abusive person. You gotta
No.
understand that people can only change themselves. Only them. Only them. Their
Yep.
therapists can't change them. Their
Nope.
medication can't change them. Their friends and family can't change them. Only they can change themselves. If you are in an abusive relationship, you need to really, really, really look at it all. Because if you got kids, they're seeing that, they're hearing that. If your partner winds up killing you, you need to really, really step back. And fear should not stop you. I mean, I know you're fearful, but fear should not stop you. And I'm talking about male or female, because some females can be very vicious toward men.
Oh
And a
yeah.
lot of times it's uh it's a stigma that it's just men, it's just men that do this. No, no, I've seen plenty of
Oh.
women tear the hair out of men's heads and punch them, and the man will stand back. And sometimes I'm like, no, hit her, but that's my personal opinion.
If I was a guy, I'd like hit her back, but that's me.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm
some
for the
women can be
man.
vicious too. So I'm talking to men
Yeah.
too. Men get abused even by if they're homosexual, their homosexual partner sometimes, as
Yeah.
the women with their homosexual partners. So if that's the case, then there's no time frame on getting back together. Don't even, no, don't go there.
No.
You just go, take your kids, go to a shelter, go somewhere you will be safe. Get yourself a dang order for protection, whether you think they work or not, just do it. At least you'll have something legal saying something. But anyway,
I think we're We're trying to cover all the bases
Yes.
here because we don't know the details.
Yes, I kind of give scenarios so that people, depending upon what the situation is, you never know.
Right.
So,
Never know.
in any case at all, no time frame. Later on, come back, discuss at, say, a set date, not a time frame, but a set date to discuss, not get back together again, but to discuss it. And
Right.
if it's abuse situation, there is no time frame. That's out. That's totally out. You go get yourself some decent help and get yourself together for your children or yourself. That's all I can say about that. What do you think, Whims?
I think we pretty much
Yep.
said it all. Next question.
Question number 5, the last question here is, what do you say to someone who is single but wants to find someone to be with by seeking?
Ooh. Another good question.
Get out there. Get out there and meet people.
Again, you have to do something that you enjoy personally.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you like? Not, oh, where can I go to meet someone? No. You gotta go somewhere that you like, that you enjoy, and you will meet someone with the same interest.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Well,
Um,
I know there's a lot of people. Sorry to cut you off there, but I know
no,
there's a
go
lot
ahead.
of people that use like what are some
Dating
of the
site,
what are some of the some dating
internet,
site, yeah. They use
trying to meet someone online.
they use well, okay, I'm going to do an instance here. I knew a young man who had been on Facebook and he had met some Nigerian woman or something like that over online through Facebook. I don't know if she wanted to friend him or what. Somehow they got friended each other, whatever. And she kept asking him for money because she didn't have money. And he would be, oh God, I was like, you are so, but he would send her money, and in hopes that she was saving this money so that she could come to America to be with him. Well, you obviously could probably figure out what I told him, and it
Yeah,
wasn't. I get
that's not
fairly straightforward in my answers to people.
that's
Fairly
not at all.
straightforward when I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? But yeah, I came to find out that that was all, a scam. Because she would call him her husband, and I'm like, no, you're not married? What the, what? You know, I mean, you could feel like your husband and wife over the internet, I guess, if you've never met. But yeah, not. You're not. So,
It's
um,
not the same thing.
yeah, that kind of thing isn't the same as dating. But even with dating sites, you need to not get attached to the feeling I need somebody, I need
Yeah,
love. You can't have that kind of attachment going into a dating site because you will be like picking guys left and right and trying to meet them, and you don't stop to think or really read over what they're really saying in there. Process it through. Don't just go and read their profile and go, oh, he sounds like a great guy, let's go.
yeah,
You need to like put up boundaries, put up what is it that you expect from the person you are looking to date. Um don't just jump into just anything, you know. Sometimes they leave little clues in their profiles or their descriptions of themselves. If you don't like hunting, don't go for a hunter. I mean, kind of just. I can't stress enough because I have met so many people that just don't really stop to think things through, and they just jump into it, and 5 days
they
later
just
they're
jump.
like, what the
Yeah,
hell? Because
you know,
ooh.
There's nothing wrong with being single, guys. There is nothing wrong with enjoying yourself, enjoying life. I mean, of course, we all want to be with someone. Of course, we want to have that other person, or we may envy a couple or be jealous or whatever. But you have to think about yourself. You have to put yourself first,
Mm-hmm.
always.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be desperate just because someone's nice to you or compliments you or pays you attention or buys you gifts or whatever. You know, you're better than that. You have to say, you know what, I'm worth this. I'm worth more than just someone that I just barely met. Take time to get to know the person, be friends first for a while. Date around, just, go out with your friends, hang out with your friends.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That um, I would say that if you are looking to find a partner, and there is really nothing wrong with that, but you do have to um, love yourself first and pay attention to what you want in a partner. Age differences, what your age is. I would say it's okay to date from 16 on up with permission. And constant check-ins with your parents and whatever. Keep yourself safe.
Yeah,
Young
definitely.
young girls and boys, they're vulnerable, and I'm not saying that to say you're children. Okay, I'm not saying
No,
that, but it's
even
it's
even
very easy
adults can
for
be
an
vulnerable.
adult to talk a young person into things that they may not normally do.
Right.
There are very many dangerous type of people out there, and you need to be aware and keep yourself safe. Um, I believe that maybe dating to find a partner should happen in your middle 20s. That's my personal opinion.
Right. Right.
Because then you have lived a little bit of your life and you have gotten to know
Exactly.
yourself a little bit better, your likes and that. Not saying you shouldn't date, but looking for a relationship should happen in your middle 20s.
I
Um,
think so.
my own opinion. Um, I think if you're wanting to find a partner, say you are 27 and you're wanting to find a partner, I I personally believe that you should probably just date around. Just date different men. Say you met, oh, I don't know, 5 different men, okay? And you met one at a bar, and you met one at the racetrack, and you met one, in the grocery store, whatever. I say date around. Now, I'm not saying sleep around. I'm saying date.
Right. There is a difference, and they should, you know,
I say date these 5 guys and get to know each and every one of them. And out of the men that you choose or the women that you choose to date, you will find the one that connects with you. But give it time. Don't go, oh, I'm going to date for a week and I picked that one. No.
well,
No. It could
yeah,
take
you know,
years. It could take a
it
couple of
can,
years. You know, um, you'll know who you connect with the best. You will know. You will
yeah.
laugh.
Just know.
You'll be happy.
Just know.
You'll be able to share your sad times, your upsetting times without this other person freaking out. You know?
Yeah.
You'll be able to, you will know. You'll just know. So my answer to your
Give it time.
question, yeah. My answer to your question would be, if you want to find somebody in your somewhere in your middle 20s, to just choose a few men that you are interested in and talk to them. Get to know them. It will lead eventually into dates if that's what that person wants with you. To choose, well, I keep saying men because I'm a woman, but I mean, you know, but
And or women. Yeah.
yeah, just choose a few that
My
you like, that aren't already in a relationship. Don't go, I like him, but he's with her, so I'll get her out of the picture. No, 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 no.
no, no, no.
Choose a single
Don't do
man, who has nothing. No, no other person attached to him or her. um, if you like children, go for a single person with children. Just you will know. You will know. Sometimes you gotta sit down with a notebook and write out. Write out what you're willing to put up with, what you're not willing to put up with. I mean, if you don't like somebody who's sarcastic, who has a sarcastic mannerism, then don't go for that person.
right.
If you don't like somebody who's flirty, who likes to flirt a lot, who's probably known as a bachelor and probably known as he always will be, don't go, well, I know he will like me better than all the others, and he will stop paying attention to everybody, and he'll pay attention to me, and we'll get married and have this. No. That's usually. You can wiggle your way into being a friend to that person, but don't expect that person to, like, ooh, there's the one and only for me, because a lot of bachelors, sometimes it takes them many, many years to find the woman they really want to be with, and sometimes they never do. They're bachelors for life, So I say that you should probably choose somebody, look around you, look around at the men or women and who do you see as being somebody that you could see yourself with? Oh, that person, he's really fun and goes out and does the same things I do. Well, there you go. If you like to joke and he likes to joke, there you go. If you do pottery and he does pottery, well, there you go. There's some common ground to lead off of. Just go out on dates. You'll eventually, and I'm not saying immediately, but you'll eventually find the right man or woman, as the case may be.
Yep. Exactly. I agree.
Relationship questions can be kind of hard, but it also could be where if you ask somebody a question, that's getting another opinion or another view on what's going on in your life. Sometimes you have to have more detail in your questions, but these are basic questions that anyone could answer these, but still, I'm just saying that that they're basic questions, and I enjoy doing this. It's not. I enjoy advising people. I can't always advise myself that well, but I enjoy advising other people. Do you have any other inputs to say, Whimsy? Input on anything?
Um. Um. No, I think that pretty much we covered it all. I mean, yeah, relationships are tricky, are hard, and the only thing I can say is be yourself and don't try to pretend to be someone you're not or someone that you think the other person will like. And if they'll like you, they will like you for you, and that's it.
Yeah. Yep. You never know. Never know. It could surprise you. It could be somebody you've known all your life and never even thought of as.
Never thought of. Yeah.
Or it could just be somebody you walks in the room and you're like, wow, and you start having a conversation and you find out he or she has a lot in common with you, and relationship could start off of that. Remember that all your relationships are relationships. Anybody you meet is a relationship. It just is like from acquaintance up to like family. You never know who you might run into that that you get along with and can start a relationship with. So I think we're done here, huh? Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was drinking something. Go ahead.
that's
I
o-
was thirsty.
that's okay. That's all right. I have an affirmation, kind of like. And this is the affirmation for this week to think on. Be silly, be fun, be different, be crazy. Be you, because life's too short to be anything but happy. So remember, my honeybees, always seek opportunities to create your own happiness. And we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye. That is that is totally me. I'm like, that affirmation was
Oh, you cut out. That affirmation was totally gone.
me. That affirmation is me, totally.
It is. You cut out.
Whatever.
You cut out again.
Well, damn it, you just talked then. Is that it? Screw it.